Right, this is a reply to one of my more recent subscribers who has asked me a Dragon Age question about Circle Mages, those that have come from a Circle Tower. How could you possibly incorporate one of those into your group? How would they have had permission to leave the tower? That is a very good question, and it's something when we started out it did kind of bother me, because I wondered if any of our lot were going to choose a Circle Mage. It definitely has to come with some sort of explanation, doesn't it? You can't just clumsily stick a Circle Mage in. I mean, I was alright in the end because my guy happened to choose Apostate, so he walked that more feral track, if you like, in Magic. Right, there is no clean answer to that question. All I can do is give some personal suggestions based on my experience from it, or what I would have done or suggested to have been done. So, firstly, right, Circle Mage. I'd be looking at it and thinking, how can they leave the tower? Well, A, they can escape. We know that can happen. There is an attempt at that in Dragon Age Origins. So, yes, they can escape. If they escape, they're technically still a Circle Mage. The phylactery thing could be an issue or may not be an issue, whether that's been dealt with, but they'd be a Circle Mage background still, who then become a Maleficar, basically, an apostate at the very least. Now, if we turn our eyes to the computer game once again, we can see that sometimes the Circle Mages can be granted special dispensation to leave the Circle Tower. One good case in point here would be Wynne. Do you remember the spirit healer character from Dragon Age Origins, who can join your party and hence is officially given leave? But they always do tend to come back, don't they? So you could look at it that way, that it is a Circle Mage that's gone out the way Wynne did. You could also look at it another way, of saying, well, this is a mage who has been given a special mission that is out there, and they actually have to be posted somewhere out here. So maybe as part of the campaign they would have to keep going back and re-undertaking what they have to do. Like they may be scanning the Kokari Wilds, for example, to try and find once and for all what the Witch of the Wilds is up to. And in that sort of case, there might be a little group of Templars with them or something like that. But maybe a little bit more handy would be a mage where they think, oh, you know what? He's got a lot of potential, and it'd be very good to get him a bit of world experience under his belt so that he can really grasp what that lore means. And in those cases, if you happen to have a Templar in your group, then you really could play this off, because you could say, well, the Templar has been given to the group, again from the Chantry, to watch over the mage, you see? So that if however, the problem is that obviously if the Templar died, then the mage would either have to give up and go back to the tower, become an apostate, or a new Templar would have to be rolled and come in. So, because he'd say, my Templar is gone, I need a new one to accompany me. So yes, the idea of a person officially with him, that way, the Chantry's wishes are constantly being undertaken still. Their will rules. Of course, there are other possibilities as well. Maybe you're from a foreign mage circle, and maybe their policies are a little bit different, or maybe you're an emissary to Ferelden, and so just by definition you have to be out of your tower, but you're not supposed to be staying in their tower because of what you're supposed to be doing in Ferelden. Maybe that is the goal, you're supposed to, maybe you're from Tevinter, oh god, I mean that would We all know the history of Tevinter mages now, don't we? Anyway, if anyone's got any other ideas, stick them in below as well, and what you think to help our viewer out. Anyway, I'll see you at the next one.